You wake up, and before you even open your eyes, the list begins. The unread emails, the moving deadlines, the creeping sensation that no matter how fast you move, you are already behind schedule. By the time you sit at your desk, you are exhausted. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you have to ask yourself, is the sheer act of working always supposed to feel this draining? Over 2,000 years ago, Chapter 3 of the Bhagavad Gita outlined a precise protocol called karma yoga, the yoga of action, designed specifically to cure this exhaustion at its psychological root. This text frames a conversation on a battlefield between a warrior named Arjuna and his guide, Krishna. Arjuna is overwhelmed by the weight of his duties and wants to withdraw from the world entirely. Krishna's response provides a complete psychological framework for how to act in the world. This protocol reorders the brain's relationship with effort by changing the target of your attention from the final result to the immediate act itself. Right now, bring to mind one specific task you are dreading or actively avoiding today. Hold it in your head. We are going to apply a 4-step framework to that exact stressor. This process transforms that specific source of anxiety into an immediate mechanism for deep, focused presence. Step 1 is the shift to Yajna, which translates to work as a sacred offering. The Gita is uncompromising on this. You cannot solve stress by stopping, as inaction is itself a form of action. To master this, you must change the underlying motivation. Right now, you work for results, to earn money, to win praise, or avoid failure. You are negotiating with outcomes you cannot control. You must end that negotiation and focus purely on execution. Detaching from the result turns your energy into a focused laser, allowing you to move forward without the drag of external approval. Shifting your focus to the present action starves the anxiety that requires an uncertain future outcome to exist. You will likely feel a corresponding drop in physical tension as the mental target shifts. This diagram maps Step 2, interrupting the chain of destruction. The Gita outlines a 7-step sequence. It begins with desire. When thwarted, desire converts to frustration. Frustration breaches into anger. Anger breeds delusion, causing an intelligence collapse, ending in total downfall. To protect your work, you have to catch this mechanism at the frustration step, the moment the gap between expectation and reality begins to generate heat. When you feel that friction, physically pause. Take a breath and name the frustration out loud. That simple act drops a barrier between the dominoes, stopping the momentum of the sequence. This practice treats negative emotion as a predictable, mechanical sequence. By identifying the transition between frustration and anger, you create the distance needed to interrupt the cascade before the emotional center is hijacked. Step 3 is the hierarchy pause. Our structure has senses at base, then mind, intelligence, and soul at top. Under stress, bottom layers surge upward, dictating behavior. Placing a hand on your chest forces a pause, letting the highest tier reorder the system. In that pause, ask, what does my highest intelligence say about this response? The mere act of asking reestablishes the correct command chain over your reaction. Step 4 is the Dharma Alignment check. Verse 335 of the Gita identifies comparison as a primary driver of chronic burnout. Your Dharma is your unique nature. Walking this specific path, however winding, eliminates the friction of trying to be someone else. Grant yourself the permission to execute your work in a way that is authentically yours. Walking your own path imperfectly is more sustainable than trying to walk a perfect imitation of another. Releasing the pressure of imitation removes the heaviest, most unnecessary layer of fatigue. Your imperfect truth is more valuable than a perfect copy of someone else's success. The external world will continue to demand your attention. The inbox will not stay empty, and the expectations of others will not stop. But applying this 4-step protocol changes the quality of your action. While the task remains the same, you have removed the internal resistance that turns effort into suffering. The 7-step chain provides a precise map for navigating the exact psychological triggers described by modern researchers. These ancient palm leaf manuscripts document a sophisticated system for maintaining clarity under high-stakes conditions. The word yoga means union. A deep, detached focus on the work itself without grasping for the reward, becomes a direct path to that union right now, at your desk. Drop into the comments, write down the specific task you brought to mind earlier, and commit to offering it completely and clinging to it less desperately today. The highest levels of human output occur when the friction of anxiety is removed. By shifting your focus to the quality of the offering, you allow yourself to act from a position of total presence and inner freedom.